This is Our League, an introduction to Canada's Grey Cup and the CFL. On the Canadian Football News Network, with CFNN anchors Celia and Kyle, special features reporter Margot, technology reporter Isabella, and Little Earl.
Welcome to the Canadian Football News Network.
Our program takes an informative and fun look at the Canadian Football League and the Grey Cup.
On today's segment, we are going to run over some of the basic rules of the CFL and the unique game played in Canada.
My CFNN special feature today will show you how to score points in a CFL football game. And then, Little Earl will show you how a CFL game begins and how the players move the ball up the field.
We'll cover some key learning points and end our segment with a review.
This is a football. Its shape makes it different from the round balls used in most sports. This shape, plus the strings on the side of the ball, make it easier for the quarterback to throw the ball, as well as for the receivers to catch the ball.
Each game has two teams. The dark jerseys are the home team, while the lighter jerseys are the visiting team.
Margot will now give us a brief explanation on scoring.
Like most sports, the objective of the game is to score points, and there are two primary ways to do that in a CFL game. The two most common ways to score points are a field goal or a touchdown. A field goal occurs when a kicker kicks the ball through the uprights, which we learned yesterday are the posts at the end of the field before the end zone. A team gets 3 points for a field goal. A touchdown is scored when a player crosses the other team's goal line with the football. A team gets 6 points for a touchdown. After a touchdown, a kicker comes on the field to kick a convert, which will then give the team an extra point for a total of 7 for the touchdown. If the team chooses to throw the ball rather than kick it after the touchdown, this is known as a 2-point conversion, which brings the touchdown point total to 8. There are also other ways to score 1 or 2 points in CFL games, but the touchdown and the field goal are the most common.
Thanks, Margot. Now to take us through how a CFL game begins. Let's go to our roving CFNN reporter, Lil Earl.
A CFL game begins with a coin toss. A few minutes before the opening kickoff, the referee tosses a coin for the captains of the two teams, heads or tails. The team that wins the coin toss can choose to kick off or receive the opening kickoff.
Thanks, Little Earl. But Celia is still wondering about a few other areas of CFL football. Celia, you have some other questions for Earl?
Well, Kyle, I want to understand how they move the ball up the field. Little Earl, can you explain this for us?
Kids, once the ball is kicked, the player that catches the ball, he's known as the returner, runs until he reaches the end zone, which would be a touchdown, or until he is tackled. A tackle means when a player is wrestled to the ground and stopped from going any further. Here, we see players being tackled during CFL games. When a team has the ball, they have 3 chances or tries to move the ball at least 10 yards toward the other team's end zone. Now, each of these tries is called a down. If the team moves the ball 10 yards in those 3 downs, then they get another 3 downs to try it again. If they don't make it 10 yards in 3 downs, then they lose possession and the other team gets the ball. If the team with the ball is close enough to the end zone and it's their 3rd down or try, then sometimes they'll choose to kick a field goal. But remember, a field goal is only worth 3 points, so the team always wants to score a touchdown if they can.
Little Earl, thank you for that explanation.
Earl, help me understand all of the players on the field. What do they do?
No problem. See, it all depends on whether the team has the ball or not. When a team has the ball, they're on offense. They'll have a quarterback. Now, he's considered the key player on the team. He chooses to either throw the ball, hand it off to a teammate, or run it himself to try and get it into the end zone. He's protected by big players called offensive linemen. The players that he throws the ball to are called receivers, and the players that run with the ball are called running backs. That brings us to the defensive team. Now, that's the team that doesn't have the ball. That team has defensive linemen who are trying to get past the offensive linemen to tackle the quarterback before he passes or throws the football. They also have defensive backs. Those are players who try to cover the offensive receivers that are trying to catch the ball from the quarterback. If the team without the ball manages to catch the football when the quarterback throws it, this is known as an interception, and the defensive team then gets to have the ball. An interception is a big deal and can sometimes be why a team wins. Other key players are the place kicker and the punter. Both are part of the kicking team.
Well, Earl, you are a wealth of information.
And speaking of information, here's our Ace Technology reporter, Isabella, with another special feature.
Thanks, guys. Today's CFL has changed a lot because of technology. Video equipment is better than ever, so now they can do video replays during the game. That means that if a coach doesn't agree with an official's call, he could throw a challenge flag. The referee then goes off to a little booth to watch the video to see if the call was right or not. It's another example as to how technology has affected the CFL. Wow, we've learned so much today.
We certainly have, and that means it's now review time. Let's run over some of the key learning points that we've learned today.
Number 1, we learned that a field goal is worth 3 points and a touchdown is worth 6, but a team can earn an extra 1 or 2 points to make a touchdown worth 7 or 8.
Number 2, we learned that the team winning the coin toss has the option to kick off or receive the opening kickoff.
Number 3, we learned that the team with the ball has 3 tries or downs to move the ball 10 yards. And if they do that, they get a first down and another 3 chances.
Number 4, we learned that the quarterback is the key offensive player.
And number 5, we learned that the place kicker and the punter are part of the kicking team.
That's all the time we have for this segment.
Tomorrow we'll have another exciting segment for you where we'll talk about all of the current teams across Canada. Bye for now.